What's up guys? Today's video is on the best soundbars for 2023 through extensive research and testing. I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers, so whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. At number 8. Sonos Beam, Gen 2. If you're tight on space, the Sonos Beam, Gen 2, is the best soundbar you can buy. Its compact size means it will easily slot beneath your TV, whether you pop it on a TV stand or mount it to your wall, and a sleek design means it won't look out of place with your decor. It's compact enough to work with 32-inch TVs, just about, but it's a perfect fit with 40-inch TVs up to 50-inch TVs. It improves on the company's original Sonos Beam soundbar with virtual Dolby Atmos, HDMI Arc compatibility, and a refreshed design. While it doesn't have the up-firing tweeters necessary for true Dolby Atmos, and as a result, we found the sonic height isn't as impressive as the Sonos Arc, the Sonos Beam, Gen 2, boasts a wide soundstage and an immersive audio performance. It's very detailed, impressively dynamic for switching between loud and quiet suddenly, and is just as good with music as it is with movies. In fact, you can stream music to it over Wi-Fi, AirPlay 2 or Sonos' own wireless system, and it works as a smart speaker. It has Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant built in. You can choose which. At number 7. Sonos Arc. Sonos has managed to cram an entire surround sound solution into its Arc soundbar. It isn't cheap, but if you're already a fan of Sonos, then we think you're going to love the way this soundbar delivers really impressive surround sound. The Sonos Arc draws on Dolby's latest True HD and Dolby Digital Plus sound codecs to deliver the best quality lossless audio found on cutting-edge Blu-ray discs and some of the leading streaming services. It then enhances the 3D soundscape using Dolby Atmos object tracks to bounce certain sounds off the walls around you so they feel like they're coming at you from all angles. We thought the effect was pretty convincing in our tests, and while it's not as immersive as overhead speakers mounted on your ceiling, it's a lot easier to install. We also like the simple setup, which involved just a couple of steps on the smartphone app, and as you'd expect, it's easy to hook it up to other Sonos speakers. The minimalist cable connections and all-in-one system construction add to this no-fuss feeling and streamlined aesthetic, making it the best single-unit Dolby Atmos soundbar you can buy. At number 6. Samsung HW-Q930B. The Samsung HW-Q930B is the high-end Dolby Atmos soundbar system from Samsung's 2022 range, and it's essentially the upgraded version of the Samsung HW-Q950A above. Like the HW-Q950A, it delivers 11.1.4 channels of audio that it directs around and above, delivered from a combination of soundbar, subwoofer and 2 wireless rear speaker units. But it's made some refinements from the previous model. A new acoustic lens on the subwoofer diffuses the sound better around the room. The rear speakers have been redesigned to better help the precision of the up-firing drivers. There's now space-fit automatic room compensation to help maintain detail in the sound as it reflects around, and the sound has generally been tweaked and re-engineered. And the result is that, in the words of our review, the Q930B creates the most fully rounded and immersive surround sound experience we've ever heard from even the best Dolby Atmos soundbars. The way it steers parts of movie round around and right above you is unparalleled. It's so really big and fulsome in its sound, without being overly heavy. It's a heavy sledgehammer and a deft fountain pen, depending on the need. At number 5. Bose Smart Soundbar 600. The Bose Smart Soundbar 600 is a fantastic choice if you're looking for a budget soundbar that can really deliver. It pumps out big Dolby Atmos sound, but all from a relatively small package. At 27 inches wide by 2 inches high and 4 inches deep, it's a fairly sleek and compact design for an all-in-one unit and a perfect choice for smaller homes or screens. During our review, we noted that dialogue clarity is excellent, and while it doesn't hit the low bass notes that other soundbar systems with an included subwoofer manage, it offers up consistently exciting sound when watching movies and TV. There's lots more to love here, too. Onboard streaming features, including AirPlay 2 and Chromecast, are plentiful. App-based setup is a breeze, and everything is packaged here in an attractive all-in-one form factor. This soundbar impressed us during testing, but its price also makes it excellent value. At number 4. Sony HT-G700. We think the Sony HT-G700 hits an excellent sweet spot for features, price and the scale of its sound. It's a soundbar and wireless subwoofer combo, and the soundbar is a good size for TVs of 48 inches and up. As we've come to expect from Sony, there's more to this soundbar than just stereo. As good as that is, it supports both the Dolby Atmos and DTS:X Elite surround sound formats, which is not something that's guaranteed with even more high-end soundbars, and Sony uses its excellent sound processing and acoustic wizardry to create a real wall of sound that stretches way beyond the limits of your TV screen, but with convincing positioning and direction of specific sounds. It might not be quite as good as the Sonos, but it's definitely up there. Sony hasn't forgotten about the basics, though. The subwoofer gives it depth and bass that something like the Sonos Arc can't match on its own, and speech is really clear even in busy action soundtracks, and that's without the speech boosting mode turned on. Downsides? There aren't any dedicated up-firing channels, so we found the Atmos performance a little lacking compared to our Sony AV amp with its dedicated Atmos speakers. And if we're being really picky, we'd say that it's also slightly less dynamic for sudden explosions and swelling soundtracks than the likes of the Sonos Arc or Samsung HW-Q930A. But it's a lot cheaper than either. So for the price, it's the most cinematic experience you can get. At number 3. JBL Bar 1300X. It's not every day we award a soundbar with 5 out of 5 stars when we review it, but the JBL Bar 1300X deserves its lofty score. We truly enjoyed testing this soundbar, particularly praising it for both its innovative design and its ability to deliver impressive levels of immersion whether we were listening to music or it was pumping out movie soundtracks. We think the JBL Bar 1300X would suit anyone looking for a powerful and immersive soundbar option, but particularly those who are after the visceral excitement that the best home theater systems effortlessly deliver, while also being relatively easy to set up and not becoming a burden on your living room. There are multiple HDMI inputs here, meaning you can connect a stack of sources without worry. And the system's rechargeable rear speakers can also be used as portable Bluetooth speakers. That might be a so what feature for some people, but to us it's a design flex that heightens the Bar 1300X's overall value. Although the JBL Bar 1300X doesn't take up too much space, it is designed to fill larger rooms with sound, so we wouldn't recommend it in smaller homes. This soundbar also isn't going to suit serious gamers. While there are multiple HDMI ports here, none of them have 4K 120Hz pass-through to support that resolution and frame rate when playing games on PS5 or Xbox Series X. At number 2. Yamaha SR-C30A. If you're looking for a cheap and compact soundbar that won't break the bank or impose on your living room, then check out the Yamaha SR-C30A. During our testing, we found that the soundbar and accompanying wireless subwoofer deliver a nicely detailed, quite assertive sensation of stereo audio. However, don't expect miracles here. In our Yamaha SR-C30A review we also commented that the soundbar is only going to give you audio that's a few steps up from what your TV can manage. But for the price, that's all we'd expect, and it's all a lot of people need, especially from a second TV or a smaller TV that's somewhere between 32 and 50 inches. For bigger TVs, or to make the most of movies, we recommend checking out the equally great value Sony HT-G700 further down in our list. It won't play music as well as the Yamaha, but it's a pretty solid budget rival. At number 1. Samsung HW-Q930B. Samsung's best flagship soundbars are great things, but its slightly less expensive models haven't always been quite so brilliant. This one bucks the trend, not least because it includes the rear speakers that previous models didn't. That makes an enormous difference to the soundstage, and with both Dolby Atmos and DTS:X decoding it delivers extremely impressive and immersive audio in movies and TV shows. The HDMI loop-through supports the HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision HDR formats as well as 4K resolution at frame rates of up to 60 Hz. There's no support for the 4K/120 Hz or variable refresh rate, VRR, features now delivered by the PS5, Xbox Series X or high-end PCs. But the same is true of almost all other current soundbars too. The soundbar also supports Q Symphony and compatible Samsung TVs, intelligently pairing its speakers with those of the TV to provide a bigger soundstage. This soundbar isn't ideal for music, but it absolutely excels in home cinema. It's the most immersive sub-4-figure soundbar we've ever heard. That's quite the statement when the top-tier Q990B was so impressive. But the savings to make here will be best matched for most people looking for an epic surround system with little compromise. If you're mad about movies, this is the best soundbar that won't break the bank. And there you have it, our best soundbars for 2023 available in the market. We hope this video helped you in your search for the perfect soundbars. I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. If you have any questions or would like to see more videos like this, please leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.